What's up, everybody? It's Railroader Cabal here in Clash of Legions to do a 1 versus 1 video commentary. Taking a bit of a break from the strategy videos and update videos because this channel was based on doing video commentaries or VODs for everybody to, just enjoy themselves and just watch me cast this game and everything. But everybody's been like really into like the strategies because there's like different cards you can use. There's different combinations of like strategies you can do, but I would love to do as much VODs as possible, but I'll just still do some strategy VODs. But you know what? I would love to go back and do these videos because that's what I like to do. So anyway, we're going to be on the map Hell Valley, and let's get this game started here. In the top left here, we see from Team Canada, we have ozzeta playing as a sand color, and then down in the bottom right from the Gunfu, how do you pronounce it? The Gunfu clan, Gun clan. Yeah, the Gunfu clan, we have Zlaim. So, level 9 game here on Hell Valley, and I think I said this before in my previous videos, where Hell Valley is like probably the most fair 1v1 map here, because there's lots of opportunities for expansion. You have a natural expansion here, just below your base, and then another one here, and then with more gases, and then you have another expansion over here with just crystals, and then there's a bigger expansion just over here on the other side here, and then the other side of the map is completely mirrored. So both players are definitely going to have a lot of expansions towards themselves. And let's see what Zlaim has. So what do you have for Zlaim? You have only Blizzard for your spell card, which is quite interesting. But you have Null, High Priest, Pyromancer, Wolf Rider, Bats, and Iron Pants for your decks. So that's a pretty standard, kind of comp there for like pretty much to do with anything on the ground and air. And then what do you have? ozzeta, you are changing your decks every time I play with you, buddy. You are changing your decks. But what do you have? You got Boots and Blizzard for your spell cards. And then for your cards, you got Hounds, Snipers, Wolf Riders, Bats, and Iron Pants. So both players have 3 of the same cards here, Wolf Riders, Bats, and Iron Pants. Which Iron Pants has still not been touched on ever since they came out with that massive buff patch to the Iron Pants. But you know what? Iron Pants is probably still going to be the meta until another patch comes out, which they will be able to hopefully nerf it a bit. But ozzeta is going to be coming out with a couple of warfighters of himself, building up barracks pretty aggressively, actually, and then placing an electrical tower for defense. So that'll help out with him defending his natural expansion. And Zlaim, what you be building? You'll be building a couple of Pyromancers and some High Priests, so you're playing a little bit of the defensive game. This is becoming a common base strategy now, where you just place 1 or 2 base defenses at your castles to just protect your goblins against stuff like Iron Pants drops, because as we all know, Iron Pants drops is like the most overused strategy in this video game, and until it gets nerfed, it's still going to be quite popular. So Owl coming out here from Zlaim, and hopefully it's going to be going out to expanding to see what ozzeta is going to be doing, which ozzeta is going to be getting up a nice mix and match forces here of Wolf Riders, a couple of Iron Pants, and a couple of Snipers. And the Hounds as well too. So he was actually going to be going for a nice mix and match force here, and he's also expending a lot of his goblins to get this base all set up here. And this is a pretty cool strategy to where you can what ozzeta likes to do. Sometimes he likes to go for like stuff like this. He expands with his barracks, and he places barracks all over the map here, so that he can, once his force gets diminished, if Zlaim is to be able to defeat it, he can be able to build more stuff from his barracks, his more units, and then be able to cross the map a lot faster than normal. So that's a pretty interesting strategy that ozzeta does, and it almost can never be countered if you don't scout it properly. And we got some Bats coming out here from Zlaim, and they do spot some Hounds, and I guess the Hounds are probably just for ozzeta to do some quick scouting, because Hounds are kind of like the faster version of Owls, except they're not stealth, even though Bats are. But yeah, it's a lot better than building up Owls, because Owls cost a little bit of gas, and they do... Actually, I'm not even sure. So an Owl costs what? 1 cap space, and Hounds are what? 2. Okay, well, it's definitely worth it to get Hounds to scout out the other person's force here instead of Owls. But you know what? Owls are stealth, and it depends on the preference of the personal player. But nice force coming out here. Bats, Gunol, a couple of Roll Riders. I said Gunol again, I'm sorry, it's just Null. Wolf Riders and Pyromancers and Iron Pants. Oh, and we also see a High Priest in there, so that's a pretty good force here. and they're going to be coming into Ozzeta's base, but Ozzeta has a lot of Iron Pants at his disposal, so this stop will be pretty good. And a Blizzard support power coming in, doing a little bit of damage. He also uses the boots to defeat this force a lot faster here, and then those Iron Pants get in the backside of the base here. That was a little bit of a waste of a Blizzard if you ask me, but it's definitely not worth it to use a Blizzard if your forces are that diminished. Also, more bats are coming in here from Ozzeta just to attack the backside of things here. Seems like Ozzeta has all his forces in a control group, which is pretty good for a pretty good player. And then a lot of new players out there don't know this, but if you keep your Iron Pants near base defenses, or not base defenses, but structures, they can auto-repair. So that's pretty cool to think about, and that's pretty good. So Ozzeta's coming in with some owls. I don't think Zlaim knows exactly where they are because he doesn't have anything to detect them. But the benefit about these owls or bats are going to be coming in, and they're going to self-destruct, and that does a ton of damage. And also the Blizzard coming in takes out that one null, and it does a little bit of damage to his rest of his forces here. So the bat strategy is becoming quite popular because they're stealth, and if you have no stealth detection, then you might as well say goodbye to your forces because those bats can self-destruct and they do a ton of damage, as you just saw. So maybe Zlaim will know to keep an owl near his base because you can use that ability to just keep that owl on top of an enemy, your point of view units, and then you can spot those bats coming in pretty quickly, and then you can take them out before they self-destruct. So that's a good thing to think about. Another expansion coming out here from Zlaim. Looks like he wants to get as many goblins and forces out as fast as he possibly can, and get those minerals coming in and more gas as well to build up his forces. And what are you doing, Ozzeta? You are getting more bats out in the field, and you have a nice force here of Wolf Riders and Iron Pants. Also a couple of Hounds just to be on the safe side. Oh, here come a transport drop. Transport drops with Gunol, or not Gunol's, Iron Pants, and this is going to barbecue out all of the goblins here. He's actually focusing on the tower here, but also throw down a Blizzard support power too. And I think he's wanted to sacrifice these Iron Pants just to do a little bit of damage to the goblins, and then also do as much damage as he can to these forces here, dropping down to Blizzard, like I said. And then more Iron Pants are coming out here, so he wanted to sacrifice these, and that's fine. You know, I guess Ozzeta could have probably saved them, but I guess he also wanted to pull Zlaim's forces out of position so that he can get his own forces up and running. He's also going to be probably loading up more Iron Pants and then doing another flank attack there. Yep, he loads up 3 more Iron Pants in the transport, and then transport is going to go back to base, do a little bit of repairs. That's very good now, and we do see another force here coming in, so I'm just going to be closing that. And then we do see everything coming out here. We see Iron Pants, we see more bats are coming in, explosions, boom! Look at those bats, man! They just got absolutely destroyed all of those forces, and the Iron Pants coming out here from Zlaim as well. They're doing a ton of damage, but Ozzeta is losing his grounding good for this game too. Oh god, that was huge. Both sides screwing each other over, but I think that, oh, I don't know, Zlaim probably got the most good of that here. Also, is Ozzeta bringing in some more Iron Pants in the backside of things and just destroying more of the goblins here. Zlaim is getting completely screwed over. He's got 2 bases still going strong with the Iron Pants, but more Iron Pants are just coming out here, and then they're doing a lot of damage. That transport is going to go back to base for more repairs, and then Ozzeta is going to be sacrificing more of his Iron Pants here. But man, oh man, that attack there, and then another attacker coming out from Ozzeta destroying Zlaim's these goblins are just attacking and then getting destroyed here. So Ozzeta is doing these little proc and prod attacks against Zlaim, and Zlaim is pulling his forces out of position so that it's easier for Ozzeta to, like, you know, do a lot more damage to the goblins. And then another Blizzard support power is being dropped. More reinforcements are coming in from Ozzeta. They do use the boots to get into the battle faster, and then Zlaim is just reeling from this attack here. He is defending it very good, I'll say that much. But at the same time, though, Ozzeta is doing lots of damage in the back line, and that's forcing Zlaim to build these goblins, which he should be doing is defending them. But he can't do that when there's like so many attacks coming from whichever direction. Now another attack here from Ozzeta, and looks like another Blizzard support power is going to be dropped down there by Zlaim, doing a little bit of damage, and Ozzeta is going back towards base. He should probably do that too because his level 6s can match up against level 7s Iron Pants, but those Hounds just got completely barbecued. And Ozzeta's in a little bit of trouble. His base is getting attacked here a little bit, but all that's going is just his barracks. And that barracks will probably fall, but nice defense here coming in. And those Wolf Riders from afar are just destroying those Iron Pants here. Another Blizzard Support Power coming down as well, and that'll take care of that one High Priest. And then probably barbecue down that one Pyromancer, and now Zlaim is in full retreat back to base. And not only that, but there's 2 Iron Pants ahead of the whole pack here. And then they're going to be barbecuing down the rest of the Wolf Riders here. But more Iron Pants are coming in from Zlaim from his base, and this will barbecue down the rest of the Iron Pants. But it is Iron Pants after Iron Pants after Iron Pants, and another Blizzard Support Power coming in from Zlaim. So that'll take care of the rest of the Iron Pants here. And Ozzeta, and this is just a stalemate coming in from both these players. It's just insane to think about. All 3 players are on 3 bases, and then they're just basically going back and forth. And these snipers finally do the support power, using their bullets, taking care of the one Wolf Rider, and then more stalemates coming in. But I think Zlaim might have this because he has Iron Pants, and Ozzeta does not. He just has a couple of snipers with some Wolf Riders. But he's also coming in with a couple bats here, and then these bats are probably used to self-destruct here, but more Iron Pants are coming in from Zlaim, and this is just like constant no man's land here. And then Ozzeta is finally going to go back to base and using the boots to quickly get back to base and hopefully get some more pairs coming out here. But Ozzeta is building up barracks all across the map here, and this is great because Ozzeta is just placing barracks, and he's going to be able to build up his forces a lot faster. And, you know, that's good because then he can just, like, go halfway across the map, whereas Zlaim has his barracks at his bases, and then he's basically just, you know, going back to base, and then his force is taking a lot longer for them to go into battle here. And not only that, but Ozzeta has boots, too, so they're able to get into battle a lot faster. But now Zlaim is going to be going with his force here to go closer to Ozzeta's base and see what they can find. They do find another one of these barracks here, and I think Ozzeta is intent on just letting Zlaim, you know, just do as damage as he can to those barracks, and throws down the Blizzard Support Power again, doing a little bit of damage, and then hopefully bringing his forces. And these bats are going to be doing the self-destruct, and they do a lot of damage there. All those low power units coming in, and we do see more of Ozzeta's forces coming in, and then they're going to be throwing down the Blizzard Support Power once again. 2 battles coming in from every front here. That top force here is being destroyed, and then these snipers and Wolf Rider doing long range damage to those Pyromancers and Wolf Riders. So that's pretty good for Ozzeta. You know, doing long range attacks. If you can't beat them, do something else. I mean, normally the normal term is if you can't beat them, join them. But Ozzeta is doing great with these snipers. And the snipers and Wolf Riders are a great long range unit, and Ozzeta does see that Zlaim is building a 4th base up on top here, but that's not going to last very long. You know, that's unfortunate there for Zlaim. He wasn't able to do any mineral harvesting towards this, and Zlaim is going to lose one of his castles at his expansion. That's not good because his main base is pretty much mined out. He still has 60 minerals left on his first base here, but that base has been completely destroyed. And now I'm not sure what Zlaim is going to do against this force here, because these snipers are doing really, really good for Ozzeta. And he still has the transport. He has 4 hounds in that transport. That's actually kind of funny. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do with those hounds, but we will see, because these hounds are going to be scouting up another force here coming in from Zlaim, and they do barbecue that force. I don't think Ozzeta really cares, because now he knows exactly where that force is, and then he's going to be able to retreat back to base, get as many forces as he can, and then he even drops down some more hounds on the backside of things. But fortunately for Zlaim, he was able to have that ice tower at his disposal, and then 2 blizzards coming in from both those players, doing limited damage to those hounds, and doing limited damage to those goblins. So all in all, both players are doing really well at screwing each other over in some aspects or not. But that transport has finally been identified, and then Zlaim is doing everything in his power to try to destroy that one transport, which has been alive, you know, for a good 7 or 8 minutes of the game, and that just caused a lot of headaches for Zlaim. And now, speaking of which, he's going to be going in to see if he can find another castle to destroy. Actually, he hasn't destroyed any castles compared to Ozzeta destroying 1 castle from Zlaim, but that's about it. And then he did spot another barracks here. So Zlaim has to be in control of destroying as many barracks as he can, so that Ozzeta can't get to the population that he probably wanted to. But now we see another force coming in here, and then Ozzeta's bringing in his forces from up top here. and we're going to be seeing another battle here. Another Blizzard support power coming in from ozzeta, and then it's just going to be Iron Pants versus Iron Pants, and then more bats are sacrificing themselves and doing a lot of damage to those Zlaim's Iron Pants. And then as well, those Iron Pants have been completely destroyed, and now all of these Wolf Riders and Pyromancers are going to be absolutely barbecued with these Iron Pants here, and then Zlaim was completely caught out of position. He was not expecting those bats, and in doing so, his Iron Pants was going to be, didn't hold up to the Iron Pants of attack here, and that is unfortunate there for Zlaim. Once again, doing like a ton of damage to ozzeta, but in turn lost all of his Iron Pants because of those bats sacrificing themselves and just suiciding and just destroying those Iron Pants, and that in turn able to diminish his forces here. But a couple of hounds are coming in here because they do see Zlaim is building up another fourth base at the bottom here, but thanks to that owl from ozzeta, he was able to spot that and then destroying that one goblin before he was able to finish the castle. But ozzeta is still building up his forces. He's going for some more hounds though, which is quite unusual. Usually I would probably think he'd be building more Iron Pants. But speaking of which, another forcer coming in here. We were expecting both players to use a Blizzard support power coming in, but I think ozzeta's probably going to wait until that shield from that one High Priest is going to be down his bubble before he's able to destroy all his forces. But a couple of Iron Pants are coming in, and then they do destroy ozzeta's Iron Pants, which is unfortunate. And then now Zlaim is actually in control of this game here for once, or Zlaim is actually in control in this game for once. And now the Blizzard support power coming in from ozzeta, and that's going to be doing a little bit of damage to those forces here. And then now more of those Iron Pants are coming in, and they do take a lot of damage here. But unfortunately, all those Iron Pants from Zlaim have been destroyed, and now it's going to be a constant more struggles from those Wolf Riders coming in. But I think ozzeta might not be able to take out the Wolf Riders in the backside of things, even though they're level 7s. He has level 8s, but that's okay though. And we do see some gnolls are coming out here finally from Zlaim, and they're going to be attacking and then attacking the hounds, and they do go in the retreat again because they can't hope to like last against these hounds who are just like being built from those barracks so quickly and then destroying them, and then they can't keep up, and those boots are also being used to take care of those Wolf Riders, and Zlaim is in full retreat. That base has been completely mined out, and all he has left is that one mineral field left. So I think this might be the GG for Zlaim unless he can pull something here, but I don't think he can because all he has left is just 2 Iron Pants and 1 Wolf Rider, while ozzeta has a base here up and running. He's bringing in a ton of minerals at his disposal, and then he's going to be able to bring in more snipers and Wolf Riders and hounds. They're just taking care of all those Iron Pants, they're taking care of business. And unfortunately for Zlaim, all he can build is just gnolls because that's the only one unit that he has that doesn't require any gas. But yeah, I'm not sure what this can do. One of Zlaim's castles have been destroyed, and then more Wolf Riders are coming in. I think this is going to be GG for Zlaim. I don't know how he can come back from this. He has no gas whatsoever. All he has is gnolls. You know, this is his last attack, and then he also has another castle here, but I think that's been spotted already from ozzeta. Yeah, that's it. That's his last gas-producing structure here. We will see this last castle fall, and what is left there, that is going to be the game. ozzeta was victorious in the game against Zlaim. So great use of bats coming out here from ozzeta, and he was able to use those bats very good, suiciding them and then destroying a lot of Zlaim's forces. You know, Zlaim did do a lot of damage to ozzeta, but like he wasn't able to like fully push into ozzeta's base because those barracks that were spread basically all across the map was just causing him so much headaches, and that in turn allowed ozzeta to build a lot of hounds and a lot of forces from his barracks, and then just pour all those forces and then just destroy Zlaim, and just kept pushing and pushing and pushing Zlaim back. Zlaim wasn't able to push into ozzeta's base at all, other than that first push into his base at the beginning of the game, which didn't count. But you know what? Great job from ozzeta, showing us the power of bats and being able to like just keep his enemy from going 25% into his base, and then wasn't able to get into his base per se, and then just pushing right back into Zlaim's base and just destroying him. All right, so there is your game on Hell Valley, and my name is Cabal, and I will see you guys on next time.